Hola, hola, hola a todos. ¿Cómo están? Happy Sunday for those who are watching the show on a Sunday. I hope everybody can hear me. We'll wait a few minutes. I want to talk to you about a topic that's definitely a topic that a lot of people have asked me many, many times in workshops and in my career to talk about. So I just want to make sure that we give time for people um, to come on. So if you're on, let me know where you're from. But happy Sunday. Today is live. So it's Sunday for me. It's 7 o'clock where I'm at. Hi, Wandita. How are you? Thanks for that great coffee. Wanda had a birthday this week. Wandita cumplió años esta semana. Hi, Mike. Hi, Kathleen. Tell me where you guys are from. Apparently that is something we need to do now. So our topic is, el tópico de hoy es un tópico que para muchas personas o el tema es súper difícil. I've had quite a few people write in. When they talk to me, they want to know, Lily, you survived XYZ storm, sobreviviste X o Y tormenta, ¿cómo le hiciste? And I think the most important thing is not how did I survive the storm, and that's a whole different conversation, but also what lessons did I learn along the way. Yo creo que es bien difícil. It's really hard for many people to realize that there are lessons within those storms. So I'd love for you guys to join in. Let me know. Ay, don't say Camuy, Puerto Rico. Dios mío, que quieren cobrar aún más en Camuy, Puerto Rico por entrega. Enterrar a personas. So I came back from Puerto Rico, and one of the things that really hit me is that, there are cities that are charging and towns and, that are charging more depending on the day of the week that you decide to bury your loved one in one of the municipal cemeteries. And as expensive enough as it is, but to even have to have that conversation and to have that in your head, that to me is drove me crazy. So I brought it home to Juanita, and she had to hear all my bickering about how I felt about what was going on there. So that's why she's teasing me and saying, "Oh, let's say Kamui." But I hope that you guys are thinking already about what storms have you been through. And these are hard times. That's how I'm identifying some hard times. Something that you will say to yourself, man, I was really challenged by this. But what did I learn out of it? Here's the thing. There is all kinds of theories about why do we repeat so-called mistakes, right? Did we learn the lesson? Did we not learn the lesson? It was sent by the heavens above to teach us something. We screwed up. We're just not smart. Hay tantas versiones para las personas de por qué están pasando por algo, qué lección están pasando, no aprendieron, se portaron mal, Dios los que está castigando. En fin, una cantidad de teorías o de cosas que nosotros mismos nos inventamos, right? So the God I love, the Jesus I love, I don't think it's over there going, let me put you through this fire and see how it goes. And I know a lot of people disagree with me, but it's about the lesson for me. It's about how did I come out to the other side, and with who did I come out to the other side, and what did I really learn? So I want you guys to really engage and help each other out. The reason why I say the storm is because when you are in the middle of a crisis, right? You get sick, you have a child who's sick, you have a breakup, your divorce, you're thinking about divorce, your marriage is rocky, you're struggling with how to come out to your parents about your sexuality. You want to stand strong on your faith, but you are like worried about what people think if I do that. All of those things have been part of my life. All of those things that I mentioned have been part of my life. So I'll start sharing the comments. Of course, you get a prize to take home. And there's Juanita with you. There's our author, Kathleen Sanhours. We've talked about her book. And this year we're getting prepared to bring on a couple of authors. And one of them is definitely Kathleen. There's our Mike with this beautiful picture. He looks so happy. And here's my queen, my mama. So sigan compartiendo, share, so we can have a real good conversation about what do we learn in the storm. So how many of you have actually, ¿cuántos de ustedes en realidad? Let's be honest. Let's think. How many of us actually think, what did I learn from this? Or do we go, it's over. I survived it. It's over. To me, it is very important to figure out, what did I learn from that? ¿Qué aprendí? ¿Qué aprendí de esa tormenta en la cual viví? What did I learn? Well, I'll tell you a couple of things. Through the years, I've learned. You guys know that I'm a freak about keeping my journals. I have over, I think about, I don't know, maybe 50 journals already. And the comments are coming in, and I'll put them up for you guys, but I'll read from here as we want to start. I was down, but not out. ¿Cuántos de ustedes han escuchado eso? Estaba de rodilla, pero no estaba noqueado. I like that one. With help and guiding hand. Todos necesitamos una mano que nos ayude. Who were your angels? Who were the people around you that said one thing, two things, three things that now you think, lo que esa persona me dijo de verdad me impactó. I have survived the storm and came back fighting for my life. Thank you for being part of my journey. That's Mike. Never giving up on yourself. Pero ¿qué otras lecciones han aprendido ustedes? So Mike is, already telling us what he's learned. It's right there for you to read. So I'll tell you this. Sometimes we're not able to realize what we're learning in the process. And I'll tell you why. Do you get as angry as you used to about a situation? Do you pay as much attention to something as you did in the past? Has some of the stuff gone, ya eso no me interesa tanto como me interesaba antes? Is the pain still right there, reminding you all the time that, yeah, you survived a storm. You didn't survive me, whatever me means. So we have some more comments, and then I'm going to jump into a couple of examples for you guys. And I'll keep posting them. Lily, you have been an angel. Thank you so much. You're more than welcome. I don't know if angel applies, but more than welcome. Moving to another stage showed me that I can achieve what I put my mind to. A veces las personas hasta tienen que salir del ambiente donde viven. How many of you have found yourself that sometimes you kind of have to go away? You must go away. You might go away for a vacation. You might go away for a couple of days. You might move out of state. You might need to do what to make things better? What about if you can't see the light? What's the lesson in that? Do you need more people around you? Do you need to speak up? Can you speak up? What's the lesson? Well, I've learned many. In the past couple of months, and I've shared this with you guys y lo he compartido con muchas personas, han sido fuertes, han sido duros en el sentido en que he tenido que respetar lo que el destino me ha traído. So it's been hard to just accept what the world has brought towards me, right? A little bit away from my serving from the mission, and to take a little bit of a break to be able to heal and be out there again. Hi, Tina. Oh, you're so sweet. That's my beautiful neighbor, Tina, rock star Tina. That's what we're going to call her. So what did you learn in the storm? So I've had many storms in my life, obviously survived, right? But what are the storms? the storm, number one lesson for me is that I was not alone. ¿Cuántos de ustedes han aprendido eso? La primera lección que tuve que aprender, y fue duro, era que yo no estaba sola. How many of you, when you're in the middle of the storm, really believe that you are alone? You're the only person confronting that. Nobody else will understand. You won't share with anybody. No one else will understand. Or you have shared it with someone and they minimize it. They can't understand it. They can't empathize with you. They can't. Remember this, they can't. Is different to they're not willing. So hay muchas personas que no pueden ser empáticas, no pueden, no es que no quieren, no pueden sentir tu dolor, no pueden entender lo que te está pasando, no pueden. They don't have it in them to do it with you. That is very different to not wanting to. Otra lección que yo tuve que aprender. That's a very, very good lesson when you are able to learn it. Some people are not able. So I'm going to read from here. So if you see me doing this, that's what I'm doing. In the darkness, I had to learn to search for the light by asking for help. En la oscuridad, no dice Kathleen San Ours, en la oscuridad tuve que aprender a buscar la luz a través de pedir ayuda. Sometimes we all need help. A veces todos necesitamos ayuda. No shame in asking for help. No debemos de tener vergüenza en pedir ayuda. It saved my life. Me salvó mi vida. That's so brave to say out loud. I love it. I love it. I was not left in the dark. No me dejaron en la oscuridad. La ayuda llegó. Help came. How many of you can say that? How many of you can say that? We are so terrified. Thank you, Kathleen. That's so good. We are terrified of telling people what we're going through, how we're going about it, that we don't know what to do, what's next, so on and so forth. But not everybody is able. So this is where it gets tricky. You want that particular support from someone in particular. Tú quieres que alguna persona en particular, lección número 1, que alguien en particular sienta contigo tu dolor, que te puedan ver, que te puedan escuchar. ¿Tiene la persona esa capacidad o no la tiene? Si es una persona que simplemente no quiere utilizarla, simplemente no quiere participar de ello, es tiempo de analizar. So if you are in a situation where you have someone who does not have the ability, is very different. The skills, the know-how is very different to someone who's saying, I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do that with you. I don't want to do it. Then you need to reassess. Is that the person you're supposed to be going to? That doesn't mean you have to break up with people at times. At times you do. And I'm a fan. That first time, I will tell you, it's so freeing when you finally say, this is not for me, when it's not for you. And trust me, tomorrow there's different news and it won't be you. You won't be on the news for long. Trust me. You won't be on the blast for long. Trust me. So, para todos ustedes, ¿qué lecciones han aprendido? The reason why I'm bringing more and more in these conversations is because I realize that many of us are very, very lonely. Muchos de nosotros nos sentimos muy, muy solos. Nos sentimos que estamos en nuestras esquinitas, right? And there's certain people that look like they have it together, okay? Which is easy to do on social media, right? Very easy to do. But what do we want? How do we want it? What does it look like? A lot of people like doing vision boards. I've never done one. I would like to do one. Has anybody here done a vision board? ¿Algunos de ustedes han hecho un vision board? Has anybody done one? Let me know. I would like to see what comes out of this head into that board. So I don't care much about cars. I want to have a car to make sure that, I have transportation. So I'm blessed. I don't care much about huge houses and that kind of stuff. Um, I want to be able to know that my husband and I are going to be able to retire healthy, enjoy each other. Those things probably are on the board. Um, Places I would like to go. I've been changing my mind a lot about that lately. But the one thing that I can guarantee you that I want to do, and it's on my vision board, is to bring to, and I'm stealing this from beautiful, beautiful Michelle Obama. I'm stealing this from her. She calls it her table. Her friends, very close, are at her table, right? So that's her table of friends. I call it my tribe. Okay. Who's at the table? I want to open up that table more. I've met some people, um, make it wider, whatever you want to call it. I've had some people in my life that I've met, and I thought immediately when I met them, I thought, I want to spend more time with this person. I want to learn more about how do they do X, Y, Z. And that's what I'm doing. So, what was the lesson out of that? I'm not very good at doing that. I'm a great liaison. I'm a great advocate. You hear that? I know that those are my strengths. I can get Kathleen to talk to Wanda, Wanda to talk to Kathleen, ABC, and organize it all. Everybody's talking to everybody, and that's great. But when it comes down to me, I'm not so great about it. So I'm opening up my circle. There's a couple of people I've identified, and I want to spend some time with them and learn more because I see that they have a peace and an energy and a way of navigating through life that I want to learn from, not imitate. Um, ¿Qué han aprendido ustedes? ¿Qué han aprendido? No, I have not done a vision board. Wow, I'm surprised, Kathleen. Nor have I. That's interesting. I thought I would be the only one out here. Not a bad idea. Set goals and work towards reaching them. Right, Kathleen. We should do that. We should do that. Definitely should do that. Has anybody done a vision board? I have to learn so many things to trust, love, open my mind, heart, and soul to refund myself, my religion, my real family, and friends. Wow. Refund myself. Michael's talking about refunding. Oh, I like that. Michael nos está hablando de reembolso que nos tenemos que dar nosotros mismos. Wow, I like that. Refund myself. Huh. I really like that, Mike. You should refund. Even advocates need to reach out to learn from others. Oh, God, Kathleen, I'm running towards you, and you know it. We need to fill up our cups, and who are we doing it from? So, what do you learn in the storm? So, if you stopped, here's one of the things that I've learned through the years. Someone will call me and it's an emergency. Es una crisis. La persona te llama, es una crisis. Take a moment. Don't jump to solve everything. I mean, if you have to call 911 and do all that fun stuff, not so fun. Please do. I'm talking about taking it on. A veces lo que hacemos es que no le damos espacio a las cosas que se resuelvan. We are very impatient. Let's solve it and let's solve it now. But the true lesson sometimes is in the journey, right? In the journey. And I know that sounds cliche, but it is. I remember being so sick where people would say it's one day at a time, and I just wanted to punch them in the face. Well, I'm glad I didn't because it is. And I don't think I can handle more than one day at a time. So here's Marisol with us. Hello, I haven't done one since 17 years ago. Marisol says her last vision board was 17 years ago. Marisol Wick has an event coming up very soon, and we'll keep posting it. My team wants to do something really nice for her because she keeps doing lots and lots and lots of good work. So what would go on your vision board? What have you learned? Would the vision board look the same as 20 years ago? La mía no. I will guarantee you that my vision board, no, I have not been crying. No, my eyes happen to be small and I don't have a lot of makeup on my eyes. No, I've not been crying. Um, would it be the same as it is today? Mine would not. Definitely would not look the same. Nope. Marisol says, nope, it would not look the same. So let's make it very, very, very interesting for all of us. What would go on your vision board? What is going to go on your vision board? So if we were going to make a vision board here together, what would go on our vision boards? For me, I think at the top is always mental health, right? Equal to physical health, because I think it should be one. It should not be two separate things, right? Healthy mind helps you with, healing your body, your soul, your spirit, all of that kind of stuff. Family, definitely in there. Okay. My faith is definitely in there. But what vision boards, what do you want? What would you like to acquire? What would you like? I want to do more interviews out in the street. I want to do more shows. I want to do more of that. That would definitely be on my vision board. What would be on yours? So think about it for a moment. But what lessons? But I would love to do a vision board with the lessons that I've learned. I have always been, since I was a little girl, pretty patient. It's one of the things that I was recognized as I was a child. But that had a lot to do with me just being very aware. Yo siempre estaba pendiente qué estaba pasando, cómo estaba pasando, dónde estaba pasando. I want to win your contest. You cannot. That's my husband. Would you guys tell him he cannot do it? No, you cannot win. You cannot win. You cannot win. What would be on your vision board? What do you want? To really help somebody who is in the same spot I was, to get them back on track as well. Wow. So the tribe here is really talking about how we navigate in the world, right? ¿Cómo estamos navegando por el mundo? ¿Qué estaría si usted tuviera que hacer, verdad? Un esquema. Si tuviéramos todos que hacer un vision board, ¿qué estaría ahí? Luis, you go to your room. Wandita comenzó. Wandita already started fighting with Luis. This is an ongoing thing here in my life. The picture that you see there is Wandita being all cool with her lovely husband, Louis. So I wanted to bring you to this. One of the most important things for me is to learn from the things that I have lived through, is to learn and to share with others when appropriate what I've learned. So I'll share a couple with you. I'm not explosive. I'm not an explosive person. I'm not, to get into an argument with you and, fight this blah, 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 blah kind of stuff. It takes a lot of energy from me. I do not like anger very much. So it's my last emotion. I know a lot of people that they're very comfortable with anger. And so anger is the go-to emotion. Stop tall person. They're unstoppable. So what do you guys know that you have learned like you learned? For me is the reinforcement, la validación, the validation that patience does have his rewards. For me, that's been over and over and over and over reaffirmed in every storm I have been in. My patience, my faith, el tener fe, right? To have faith. To be aware that the outcome is not in my hands. Oh, what a hard one. Para mí ha sido tan difícil a través de la vida de entender que por más que yo quiera resolver algo, el resultado de eso no está en mis manos. I can put in all the work, I do the best that I can do, but then I have to leave it, let it go, and see what happens. That is the hardest lesson for an advocate, for someone who's problem solution kind of thing. Problem solution. Hardest lesson. It is my policy not to kick people when they're down. Okay. But how many people have found people in their life that actually throw themselves down? In your face. They throw themselves down. And they're like children. You've seen a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old. Well, Juanita's the expert in that one, I guess. And you're going, wow, you were having a tantrum. Do you know adults that have tantrums? Like literally, tantrums. I know a few. What are the lessons? And I'll keep saying this. Just jealous of my height. See, it's an ongoing fight between the two of them. So what are the lessons that you learned? So I told you that it's been reinforced for me that I am patient. I was not as patient when I was sick as I would like to be. It was reinforced in everything I've done, that every book that I've read, that everything that I've picked up in my hand had a purpose, had a reason, and I eventually would use it. Okay. Oh boy, now we got a thing going on. Now my mom is saying, Louis, you're not the winner, but we love you. So start thinking, what are the lessons that you've learned in the storm? So when you are in the storm, and I'm talking about emotional, you have anxiety, you have fear, you've been challenged by your health, you've been challenged by a new, let me just tell you this. Here's the one that people don't talk much about. You can be in a good storm. I'll give it to you this way. When I met my husband, it was a storm. It was a storm. You want me to tell you why? Very easily. Because I didn't think, okay, here you go. Here you go. Total transparency. I didn't think guys like him were for girls like me. Hardcore feminist, you know, a woman of faith, which is a contradiction for many. They can't even like wrap their heads around that. So that was huge for me. That was like a storm. And then falling in love. I'm like, come on, man. I'm a grown woman. What do I need to be falling in love for? This is going to be a mess. We both have children, blah, 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 blah. My head was like a mess. I was in a storm. A good storm is still a storm. It felt like a storm. It felt like such a storm because I had already made up my mind that it was going to be my little girl in me. And he messed that up for me. Thank God he did. But it was a storm. It was challenging what I believed. Day in and day out. It was a storm. Challenging what I believe, what I've been taught, what I taught myself, what I adopted, what I learned in the way, all of that. What have you learned in the storm? ¿Qué hemos aprendido en la tormenta? Es vital. Es vital, 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 vital. Le digo con eso, you take $50 to $100 home today. So start shooting it out. What have you learned in the storm? And the reason why I want to talk to you guys about this is because people recognize that they're in a storm, but they are not able to catch the lessons. How many of you have felt that way? You're like, what do you mean a lesson? Cancer is a lesson? No. That's not what I'm saying. So you got cancer. You got cancer. How am I going to face it? Who do I tell? Who do I not tell? Do I make it public? Do I not make it public? What's the purpose of it? What kind of cancer do I have? Is it terminal? Is it not terminal? So you are in the middle of that storm. And I think that is very, very, very valuable. After many mistakes, I learned I could trust myself in the storm. Oh my God. I hope you guys can get this one. Write it down. Write this one down. After many mistakes, I learned I can trust myself in the storm. Esto me encanta, me encanta. This is why I want to spend time with you, Kathleen. Okay. Luego de muchos errores aprendí que puedo confiar en mí misma en la tormenta. That is huge for you to say, you know what? Okay. Here's the storm. There's nothing I can do about the storm that just hit us, right? But I'm going to walk it out. I am going to go through this. I'm capable, able, and I'm willing. Okay. Not that you like it. Doesn't mean that you like it. So I love that one. Can you trust yourself in the storm? Can you trust yourself in the storm? So I'm going to read from over here. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. I see what you're saying. When things are good, it's scary. Oh, my God, Juanita, I'm so glad you brought this up. How many of you who have suffered anxiety, who have been through a very difficult storm more than once, because if you lived long enough, you are going to confront more than one storm, emotional, physical, but the emotional is the one I think that people remember the most. Right? So, but when things are good, you're waiting for something to happen. When is it going to hit? When is my happiness going to end? I'm too happy. Something's going to happen. I remember when I was growing up, the whole saying, we would have a saying of, oh my God, en español, me estoy riendo tanto, me iré a morir hoy. So the saying was, oh my God, I'm laughing so much, am I going to die today? Because you're waiting for the bad things to show up. Yes. So you don't enjoy the moment. So true. So let's put them together. Let's put them together. So if you trust yourself in the storm, right, that would be wonderful, right? That doesn't mean that anxiety is not there. That doesn't mean that tears are not there. That doesn't mean that. For a lot of people, it's very different. But being able to trust yourself, amazing. But how many of you have found yourself that life is going just dandy? Que la vida no va como azuquita. Todo maravilloso, todo muy lindo. Y estamos esperando el golpe. ¿Cuándo se me va a acabar? ¿Cuándo se me va a acabar? ¿Cuándo se me va a acabar? I'd love to hear how many of you, with a yes, just say hi, just say, yeah, you know, whatever it is, an emoji, whatever it is that you need to put up there. Let me know. How many of you, when things are they're going like this. Things are good at home. My kids are doing well. My grandchildren are well. Work is good. Is something bad going to happen? Is something bad going to happen? And here we go. When is the other shoe going to drop? Oh my God. May she rest in peace. Jennifer Jaff, someone I had the privilege to be friends with, mentored by, and work with. She would always say, be careful. Be careful. Be prepared for the other shoe to drop. It's the first time I heard it in English. It's the first time I heard it in English. She would always remind me of that. Enjoy the moments. So if you can't, enjoy the good moments because there will be bad moments. Yes, guaranteed you're going to be in a storm at some point in your life. You're going to be in a storm. Something's not going to go right. You're going to lose something that's important to you, your job, your housing. For some people, it may be a loved one. It may just be their mojo. It may just be their energy. When you put that just or that but in there, people feel like you're minimizing their walk. Thanks, babe. That's so good. It's part of life. The yin and the yang. Es parte de la vida. Los pros y los contras, ¿verdad? Es parte de la vida. How many of you wish you learned that at an earlier age? Let me see how many of you would love. Heart it up, put your, I don't know how it is that you guys do it right now, but I will tell you, I'm the first one. I wish I learned that at a very early age. Me hubiese encantado aprender eso a una edad bien temprana en mi vida. There are a whole bunch of hands. I see them. I see you. You can have good without bad. You wouldn't know the difference. This is very true, babe. Lewis says, me. Kathleen has lots of hands up there. Wouldn't it be nice if you learned that at an early age? Juanita tells us the same. Look at that. Shows of hands. Hand it up, hand it up, hand it up. Alejo Cortezar, ¿cómo están? Hola, 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 hola. Estamos hablando de las experiencias en la vida que se aprenden en la tormenta. ¿Cuántos de ustedes quisieran haber aprendido que pueden confiar en ustedes mismos en medio de la tormenta? Que esto también va a pasar. I always do the pros and the cons, and I get laughed at sometimes. Buenas noches a todos de la familia Cortezar. Alejo Cortezar también está con nosotros. Letting myself be happy, be myself, letting people over all the walls I put up, and trusting people again. Ay, está súper buena también. Súper buena, súper buena. ¿Qué hemos aprendido en medio de la tormenta? Que puedes aprender a confiar en ti mismo, que puedes confiar en ti mismo de nuevo, en ti. Puedes confiar, dejar a otras personas entrar, volver a confiar en otros. This is a really hard one. I have people tell me all the time, I do not trust other people. No, Lily, watch out. I have literally people who have put their hand in front of me and go, I don't want you to interact with that person at all. I'm telling you right now, that person's not good for you. And we hear from Marisol, my sunshine. Never give up and quit on yourself. Ooh, that's good advice. Nunca te rinda. Nunca te rinda. No, 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 no. No te rindas. Know you were born with purpose and destiny. Entiende que has nacido con propósito y destino. Storms will come and they will go. Tormentas vendrán y se irán. They will go, right? But you know you are worth so much more. Keep your relationship with God, says Marisol. Sabes que eres súper valioso. Mantén tu religión con Dios, nos dice Marisol. So heart it up for Marisol. Todos los comentarios que le gusten, por favor, déjenos saber los que son los comentarios que le gusten. I will be bringing more and more guests and having these conversations with you. We're going to start a private conversation on Zoom, so you guys can sign up, and we will have all kinds of different topics that we will be doing with you. Those do have a cost, so later on the team will let you know. So vamos a empezar unas conversaciones. Son privadas en el Zoom, se unen aquellas personas, aprendemos el uno del otro, las herramientas que usamos el uno al otro, nos descargamos, nos sentimos mucho mejor, we will feel a lot better, and we are resilient. One of the things, I always say one of the things, but I have 100,000 things, I think, is that we are resilient. We are very resilient. So I want to share this with you. I meet people all of the time that their stories, that they are willing and quickly tell me what their story is. And I am totally taken back with people feeling that is something they want to do, to deposit their story in me. And I think about what they've been through, and all I can get is chills. Chills, chills, chills. So, ¿cuántos de ustedes han aprendido en la tormenta? Todavía no han aprendido nada. Any of you have learned anything in the storm, or have you learned nothing? I like the fact that storms come and go. I like the yin and the yang. I know that if you have never been sad, you don't know what happy looks like, right? If you ask a healthy 2-year-old or 3-year-old, are you happy or are you sad? They can actually tell you, not happy. Not happy. Never give up. Never quit. Letting go. It's so important. Amen. Mike says amen for the private conversations. ¿Cuántos de ustedes han aprendido algo en una lección, que una tormenta, una cosa, un revolú? It's like you cannot believe it's even happening to you. I'll give you a harder one. That people always say to me, Lily, don't say that. How many of you have fought with the higher power? ¿Cuántos de ustedes le han dicho a papá Dios, me abandonaste, no me quieres, te olvidaste de mí, dónde estabas? How many of you? I have had that one. Such a difficult situation in my life. And I thought, hey, you are, if you're up there, how come I can't breathe? How come I can't feel any release? How come where are you? Where are you? Has anybody? I see some I see some brave ministers out there. Marisol's a minister and she's saying, I have. Kathleen raises her hand. Mike Newman says, me. Reason why we're having this conversation is because so many people are afraid to have that conversation. Those are the ones that we need to have. So here's the other one. We don't speak about what we really want because we haven't even had the chance to figure out what we really want. What do you want? How can you be with someone else, right? Learning this at a very early age for you who have daughters, sons, nephews, cousins that are older than you, or just generation around you. Ask them straight out, what do you want? Not their job. What do you want for you? ¿Qué es lo que quieres para ti? ¿Qué es lo que quieres para ti? What do you want for you? You ask me, I tell you peace. I tell you peace. Do you hear my prayers? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's a good one. Oh yeah. I've had that conversation. Yeah. ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás? Trial and scars make me see how amazing life is. Oh my God, Wandita está encendida. Escuchen esto. Por lo que ella ha pasado, ¿verdad? Recuerden esto. Por lo que ellas han pasado, las cicatrices me acuerdan cuán especial soy. Okay. Once you reach the light at the end of the tunnel. En cuanto estás llegando al final del túnel, que ves la luz, you go, oh, so I was not alone. Oh, religion is not my thing. Anybody who knows me knows that religion is not my thing, but I do believe there is a God upstairs. I do believe like I believe. So todos ustedes que me conocen saben que la religión a mí no me interesa para nada, pero sí creo que hay un papá Diosito allá arriba. Sí creo que hay un papá Diosito allá arriba. So I want you to take note of the things that people have said here because it's the beginning of many, many conversations. Envy is one of those things. I recently had the opportunity to grab onto a contract, right? Recientemente tuve la oportunidad de coger un contrato. Luego de haber leído todo, me di cuenta que el contrato no era para mí. So I recently had this opportunity to get a contract, pretty healthy contract. And then I looked at it and I said, this is not for me. And let me tell you why it's not for me. Because I'm not willing. I am not willing to betray the mission. So hay cosas en la vida que se ven, ¿verdad? Maravillosas y todo eso, pero que te pueden llevar a la tormenta. How many of you know that if you even associate with something or get close to something or hang out with a particular group or go into a particular circle, the storm is coming. The storm is coming. How many of you know that? I have learned that the hard way. The hard way. Where's the storm? Where's your 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 storm? Are you having a good storm? Or are you having one where you go, really? Seriously? Could you not give me a break on this one? Could you not give me a break on this one? So why are we having these conversations? I'll tell you again. If we do not share with one another, if we are not able. No todo el mundo se siente cómodo en leerle un libro. People say, what? No, not everybody's a reader. Not everybody enjoys reading books. Many of us, proven by science, like contact. Many of us. We want to be engaged. Maybe through a camera, maybe because you watch something on YouTube, somebody told you a story, summarized it. Why do you think all of these, cheap, word for dummies and all this kind of stuff came from? We want the information and we want it like this. But some of us are visuals. The other thing is, do you want someone advising you who's never been through a storm? A question. You guys tell me. Do you want advice from someone who's never been in a storm? I would tell you that I take advice from people who've never been in a storm because I find that sometimes they have these clean, clear eyes. And maybe I learned something. Marisol says, nope. Nope. I'm very cautious. Don't worry, Money. I'm very sensitive. Nope. Don't preach about what you don't know, right, Money? Don't preach about what you don't know. It fascinates me too when people have lots of opinions of stuff that they don't even know about. Sometimes I do listen to people and I go, wow, if the world only worked that way. But sometimes they do have some stuff that you go, maybe that could work. They probably would. It really know the answer, or really know the answer. They have not been in a storm. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. You know who are great problem solvers? Children. ¿Saben cuáles son las personas? ¡Ashley! ¡Qué rico verte! Bendiciones a ti, mi amor. ¿Saben cuáles son las personas que mejor resuelven un asunto? A child. Talk to a child. You say to a child, I'm hungry, they say eat. You say to a child, tired, they say take a nap. They're great advisors. Talk to a child. Los niños tienen una certeza porque no tienen la malicia, ¿verdad? Esperemos que muchos de nuestros niños no tengan la malicia, que no hayan pasado por unas tormentas horribles. But children do go through storms of their own, and we forget about them all the time. Bendiciones, Ashlyn, a todos ustedes que no conocen a Ashlyn, lo siento mucho, pero todos ustedes que conocen a Ashlyn, heart it up for Ashlyn. For those that don't know, Ashlyn was my right hand when she lived here in Connecticut, y aprendí tanto de ella. She's a young woman that taught me so much. Rather deal with somebody that know my experience, because they would, that's a great point, Mike. A lot of people, and I keep saying a lot of people to be repetitive, but many people that I've met in my workshop say, I will come to your workshop, but I don't want to read books. Saimi, ¿cuándo viene? Saimi tiene un evento próximamente. Ella está invitada al programa. I call her Saimi. Her name is Saimar Cruz. I'll show you who she is right here. Let me see. There she is, my beautiful Saimi. She has an event coming up very soon. I want her to come and talk about it. And she was like, great. So, but she has put together this great event, and I think only she can tell you about it. So esperamos verla por aquí. Es sumamente importante saber que nuestros niños también están pasando por tormentas. So we have to protect our children also from these storms. Adults, we do a really next week. Yes, tell us all the information. Are you coming on next week? Or is the event next week? Don't do this to me, Simon. Saimi, por ahí está Ashlyn. Ashlyn, aquí está Saimi. I want to let you all know that your children, your adolescent, your young children, your adult children also go through storms. And I hope that for those of us who have more gray, we can assist on those storms if they allow us to. Allow us to. But hay veces, sometimes people need to go through their own storm. There's nothing that you can do but watch at times. That's nothing else to do than watch someone going through the storm because you can't do it for them. For those of you who are parents, Saimar, para dar más información, vienes la semana próxima. Para cuadrarte, there's Saimar. How many of you are parents and have said to yourself, Lord, please give me their pain. I will take it. Or have a nephew or someone you love very much or a parent and they're going through something and you go, please, Lord, give it to me. I can handle it. Take it from them and give it to me. How many of us are guilty of that? I am. So what do you learn in the storm? You learn, first of all, that you're not the only one in a storm. Okay, you're not the only one in the storm. You learn to trust yourself. I love that, Kathleen. I never heard that one, but I love that. What else do you learn in a storm? Okay, what else can you learn in a storm? Sometimes a child may be afraid to share their storm with anyone. Oh, so true. A veces nuestros pequeños temen compartir su tormenta o lo que los atormenta con cualquier persona. Here's one thing that I recommend to every parent. Maybe you're not the right person and that's okay. But have your child talk to someone. Have them talk to someone. Maybe it is the nurse at the hospital that they tell. Maybe it is the doctor. Maybe it is the neighbor. Maybe it is, that doesn't mean you're a bad parent. Maybe they don't even want to hurt you. So what's in it? What's in the storm? You're not in control of the storm. So the sooner you let it pass, the sooner you'll have better days. Ooh. Lots of storms. Okay, so there's the storm. You guys tell me. There's the storm that comes to your life. It goes, surprise, I'm here to destroy things. Let's see how well you do, right? Then there's a storm that you put yourself in. How many of you have put yourself in a storm? I have. You want to be the nice guy. You want people to like you. Quieres ser la persona positiva. Te has puesto en esta tormenta tú mismo. Tú te nominaste, yo lo arreglo, yo lo hago, yo, y te pusiste tú mismo in the middle of the storm. Now it's your storm. What about this? When you take on someone else's storm, they leave you in the storm and they walk away. ¿Cuántos de ustedes han estado ahí? Marisol me dice que ha estado ahí. Kathleen says he's been there too. And then you realize, what am I doing? Right? I've been in the storm. How many people walk away and you went out there to help them? You went to help them. All of a sudden, they said, okay, you handle the storm. See you later. You're capable. You're able. See you later. And they leave you with the freaking storm. And you're out there with yourself. How many of you went to aid someone who's in the storm and they hand it over to you with no problem? And you're like, no, I came to help. No, this is not my, no, you don't get it. I'm not, no. Is we sweep up the mess. Oh God, yes. We're like the cleaners, right? Like the cleaners. So we sweep up the mess. Yep. It is so disappointing, says Marisol. It is so disappointing. So disappointing. So I want to continue having these conversations with you guys. Quiero continuar teniendo esta conversación con todos ustedes. Please hit like on the page. Please follow us on YouTube. It helps us a lot to take out the mission. New shows are coming. We're going to rock the house. New people are coming. We're going to solve problems together. We're going to do it, but we're going to do it together as a community, which is always been my dream. We're going to do it one person at a time, one family at a time, one group at a time, one lesson at a time. If that's what you're interested in, let us know, because that's what we want. We want to tell the story and help people navigate it. Okay? No todo lo podemos hacer, pero algo sí podemos hacer. And I'll ask you this. How many of you know, like you know, like you know, like you know, like you know your name, that there's certain people who will make the storm worse? ¿Cuántos de ustedes saben que hay personas que ustedes conocen, que saben como si fuera su nombre, que esa persona va a empeorar la tormenta, la situación? How many of you know that? If you don't, start evaluating, and you'll see. You'll see. There's people in your circle, I guarantee, that you go, oh, no. I can't even come close to telling that person, because they will make the storm worse than what it is. Worse than what it is. Be careful with those who volunteer, right? Be careful with those who volunteer. Hacen un reguero, un bache, una asquerosidad de una tormenta. No te ayudan, lo hace peor, ¿verdad? Abren las puertas así, and you're like, whoa, what just happened? So lessons that I've learned in my storm, and I hope that this is helpful to you. Empiecen a nominar. Tienen a Michael, tienen a Kathleen there. Para que se puedan llevar su premio. You have Marisol, who's been there and been very active, telling us, bendiciones, Ashlyn, dime de la tormenta, participa para que te lleves esos 50, $100 a la casa, Ashlyn. Usted es una mujer muy inteligente que ha pasado bastante tormenta en su vida. So I'm motivating everybody. Come on, let's do it. Take your prizes home. So we can continue in joining each other in every conversation. The storm will come. Can you trust yourself in the storm? I love this. So I'm going to give you a couple of my favorites here. Okay? But you guys have to choose. Okay? Okay? ¿Ya entendieron? ¿Ya entendieron cómo es la cosa? ¿Ya entendieron cómo es la cosa? Bueno. Everybody got it? You got it? You got it? I got it. You got it? Okay. All right. So, the yin and the yang. Unfortunately, my husband can't win. Okay? Your scars are so important. She can't win either because she's on my team. Okay. After many mistakes, I learned I could trust myself in the storm. That's Kathleen. You can vote for Kathleen. After, these are some of my favorites. Ustedes decidan, todos los he puesto en cámara para que ustedes lo vean. Okay. Para que ustedes lo vean. Marisol Wick, que puede competir también, nos deja saber, never give up and quit on yourself. Never quit on yourself. Know you were born with purpose and destiny. ¿Cuántos de ustedes saben cuál es su propósito y que tienen un destino a seguir? But know you are worth so much. Pero recuerden que son tan valiosos. ¿Ok? Y mantengan una relación con Dios. Okay? Every storm has an ending. That's Michael. I love that. So, start your voting. Empiecen a votar todos ustedes para que alguien se lleve de 50 a $100. Los jueces van a decidir quién se lo lleva a su casita. So, I am waiting for 3 votes. Tell me, is it going to be Marisol? Is it Kathleen? I got to vote for Kathleen. I got a vote for Kathleen. I like Kathleen, number 2. Okay, Kathleen is on the hot seat, is on the good hot seat. This is a warm seat. Okay, tell me, who are you voting for? Kathleen has 2. I just need one more. One more. Please vote for one another. Oh, Kathleen is voting for Marisol. 2 for Marisol. Oh, we got a tie, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like I should be at the auction and should be auctioning something. You can't have anything that's in my office because I love my office. So there's no prices to this. So I'm very sorry for you, but I feel right now I should be at the auction. Somebody want to give me a job at the auction? No, because I need to drink water and that's never a good thing. But I'm in the auction right now. Right now I'm in the auction. So we got Kathleen, and Marisol. Michael. You know the rules. What is? Really? En serio. Vamos a votar, señores. I need one more. Break this tie. Break it. The reason, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kathleen, you are the winner. You take home $50. $50, my sister. I will physically bring them to you and take a selfie with you. You cannot say no, Kathleen. Help someone else and bless them with them if you don't want them. But that's why we have them here on the show. I want you to always know that every storm has an ending. And I just spoke to someone this week who had to give me really, really sad news that was going to affect me and where I was moving forward. And they were so kind. And there was nothing they could do about the news that they were giving. It was rules. It was protocol. So I was not going to be able to do something I planned to do for a while. And they were so kind and so generous. And so I just had to sit, regroup, and figure it out. So that was the storm. I made plans. Now back to the drawing. So it's okay. The storms will come. Van a venir. Lo más importante es tener una tribu. Y en mi opinión, acércate a algo más grande que tú. Yo le llamo Jesús, Papito Dios. Get closer to something that's larger than you. I call it God, Jesus. You can call it whatever you want, universe. You can call it Allah. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But know that the universe does not leave you ever. But I want to share this with you. Someone said to me, Lydia, do you believe? And with this, we will, no choice, Kathleen. Sorry. I will take it to you personally, Kathleen. We can take our selfie. Congratulations to all of you that have participated, but I do want to let you know this. Someone said to me, Lydia, you think the storm is over after someone passes on? Do you feel at peace when something like that happens? And I said, sadly, I've had to give some bad news to some very beautiful people that I love. And I have heard from those people, thank you. I'm at peace now. So yes, sometimes the end for us doesn't turn out to be what we want it to be. But the storm has ended and healing can begin. Healing is available. Those who have told you you'll never heal, you'll never get better, it's a lie. It will. The form changes, yes, but the storm won't be over. So, señoras y señores, con eso los dejo. Happy Sunday if you're watching this on a Sunday. If you're watching it on your own time, if you're watching it later, thank you for supporting us. Please hit like to the page. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You get all of those goodies when we do them, the shorts, all of that fun stuff. You get to other goodies that are coming up. And so today your winner has been Kathleen 10 Hours, which is the author that we have had here with us. But I want to remind you that love is a verb. It's a verb. So, no se olviden que el amor es un verbo, señoras y señores. Love. Love as hard as you can. As hard as you can. Give it, and if you're like me, learn how to receive it. All right? In my belief, God bless you. I'll see you next Sunday. All right. Leave your happy Sunday and a wonderful, blessed week, everybody, says Marisol. And I agree with her. Don't forget, you're not walking alone. All right. Skip. Skip if you have to. Crawl if you have to. Kick your way through it. As PG would say, just walk it out. And let's do it together. I will see you tomorrow on our little short videos that we do for you. Hit us up if we can help in any way. Compartan información el uno con el otro. Caminen hacia adelante, un pie al frente del otro. Dios me los bendiga. I'll see you next Sunday.